Hey, good morning. It is Saturday, September 20th. It is 8:55 a.m. and we're going on a very long trip. Well, not long, very, very long, but about an hour and a half through Northern Virginia traffic. I won't be keeping this on the whole trip. I'll be doing short snippets because I'm actually testing out this. I bought some video editing software because Microsoft is just being pricks, man. So I said, okay, I'll go investigate some video editing software, and I came across this Corel software, which was I was looking for one that wasn't a prescription or subscription, and a lot of these you got to have a subscription every year, and I didn't want that, so I just want to buy it outright. And I found this Corel Ultimate, which is like the 2023 version, and it was on sale for it was originally $99, and it was on sale for $50. So I bought it at Best Buy for $50. So we'll see how this works out. Just came out of Wawa. Just got a sizzly and got a couple of hashy brownings and got a coffee, and all that was like $11. But that's okay. That's all good. So I hope y'all been doing okay. I'm gonna take a bite of this here. So we're heading up to through Washington, D.C., up into Maryland. Kind of hoping the HOV lane's open going north, but I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Because I got a fast pass. I just bought a fast pass a couple months ago, and man, does it make a difference. I don't go that way, up that way that much, but being able to get into that HOV lane, oh man, that is such a stress reliever. Oh man. So we'll see. I kind of doubt. I think it's heading south right now because these fast pass lanes, they turn directions every day. But we'll see. These sizzlies are about a 5. And they're good to fill a spot, and that's about it. brown and a whole big drink of Deer Park water. That is really good. We're getting on 95 north here. Let's see if the express lane's up. Express lane's closed. Daggone it. Alright, well, that's that. They are heading southbound. Dagnabbit. Oh well. Can't do nothing about that. Here we are into the race course. Get over. Yes. Set. Don't much want to be behind this dump truck, but I guess I'll have to do what I gotta do. And I'm not in a hurry. I got all day to get there. My friend's house. I got some stuff for him. I was going to do a report for y'all about it, but I probably will, but I just won't have the stuff that I had to show you. Nothing earth-shaking. It was about pot. About taking pot for health. Turns out that pot is a very strong cancer-fighting. Has strong cancer-fighting chemicals in it. So, and it's available in a bunch of different types of products now. It's not just smoking the weed. You can get gummies, which are pretty powerful. You can get it's resins or syrups or crystals that you put into a pipe and you like use a burner to burn it. That's an extremely efficient way to get THC into your system. But I can't do anything involving my lungs. My lungs are just completely destroyed. That's my own fault. I did it to myself. My lungs got burned when I was about I got 17 years old. It had nothing to do with pot. It was doing a stunt with a butane lighter that burned my lungs. I almost killed myself by accident. And my lungs have never recovered from that. But so I'm taking him some stuff. I bought a nice bong back with my friend. I got another friend that's fighting cancer, and he's come out of it, thankfully. And we're so happy for him and his wife that he's on the other side of it. And he had face cancer of his face, and they worked on him. They did a bunch of radiation to him and stuff, and they fought it back. But anytime you have cancer, your biggest fear is, you're never out of it. You're never out of the woods, It's always sitting there waiting. So we're praying every day for him that the cancer never comes back. But doing 70. These people are doing 90. But that's okay. Go ahead and do your 90. I'm not involved in that. There was a time when I would have been involved in that. That was a tribute to my own stupidity. But not now. I got a living that requires a license, and I can't lose my license. I mean, it's just general rule, you know. You got to have your license to get around this place. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I'm the most wonderful driver in the world, because I'm not. I get in a hurry sometimes too, but you got to realize what the limitations are, you know. Virginia State Police are pretty good on the interstate. They'll give you like as much as up to about 12 mile an hour over. And once you start creeping up to 15 and over, you're in a bad situation. Same thing with, you know, the speed limit on interstates in Virginia is 70 miles an hour. And up to about 78 miles an hour, they'll give you that. But once you get 79, 80, especially 81, once you get over 81, it's reckless driving. And they like to give those tickets because that's what they're out there for, you know. And the judges like to see those kind of tickets. The traffic judges want to see those kind of speeding infractions pursued. So it puts you in a bad situation. I'm not going to lecture people how to drive. Man, I've made so many mistakes and done so much stupid shit, but you know, I'm an old guy, so old people are supposed to know better. I'm getting tailgated by a guy in a GMC now. He made a move. He's going to move around this 18-wheeler that's coming next to me. I'm going to get around him on the right side. No, you ain't, because this red car's right here. One hit the shoulder. Go ahead. You get closer and closer and closer. That's okay. I'm feeling pretty good today. Got a little bit of lung scurf in my throat. I don't know what that's about, but that's okay. Expected to turn this off, but I've been running my mouth, so, and we've had having some excitement here with the cars, and everybody's in a hurry today. I'm not in a hurry. I am not in a hurry, dude. Yeah, much respect to all the old people I grew up with. Just a minute, I'm gonna take a sip of this coffee. Much respect to all the old people I grew up with that never sped. They never sped. And I had a couple of oddball friends I grew up with, and they never sped either. I had one guy that I knew, and he had he worked at a gas station, and he worked somewhere else. And he was a teenager. And he had this beautiful Barracuda. Two-door Barracuda. I think it was just a 6-cylinder. It wasn't. It might have been. I guess they were all Barracudas was 8-cylinders, but I think he had the 318 8-cylinder in it or something. Anyway, it was like the first year. And the first year of the Barracuda had a wild body style. It was a coupe body style. This was like an off orange color. Just a beautiful car, and he used to drive it. It used to drive me crazy because I'd see him driving that thing. I said, "Dude, get into it." No, I don't want to wear it out. And he would just putt around in that thing. Beautiful, beautiful Barracuda. But he was kind of an inspiration to me. I was like, you know, he never got speeding tickets. He never got reckless driving tickets. Oh my God, he drove me nuts. Dude, you got a race car. Drive it like a race car. But, you know, I respect people like that now. All of them. Because the world's going crazy. You know, the world's going crazy. I'm doing the speed limit. I'm actually doing 70, and I'm getting tailgated. You know, people are looking at me like I'm retarded. That's okay. Look at me like I'm retarded. I'm not going to beat them on getting the ticket. But anyway, we'll go up here and we'll drop some stuff off to a buddy of mine. I just want to get this shit out the house because, you know, there's a temptation involved if you've got pot gummies in the house, which are very seductive as far as, you know, you take a gummy, you relax. But for me, it's a day. It's a solid day. It's a day wasted, you know. I don't have that many days left, you know. I have 65 now, and I don't want to spend my days all looped out of my mind. I just don't want to do that. You know? And the bad part about it is, for me, is the THC that's involved in getting high, it stays in your system for a long time. So there's a disability that comes with it, you know. There's a lack of sharpness that comes with it, at least for me, for days afterwards. And that's just not something I can't have that. You know, I need to see when the train's going to hit me. I want to feel the front of that train. You know, I want to have that steel, the impact of the steel on my knees when that train hits me doing 150 miles an hour. I want to have that entire rush of adrenaline. I don't want it to be accidental. You know, I fucked up. So, you do what you got to do. I can get out of the way. This 18 door. Get out the way. I'm gonna cut this guy off in his Versa. He ain't gonna be happy. But there's a black 18-wheeler coming up on me, and he's in a hurry, and I'm gonna let him go. Always watch out for my trucker brothers, man. We don't get a whole lot of breaks. We're heading into the piers to stop traffic. As soon as this guy with this boat goes by, I'm gonna get back in the right-hand lane. Oh boy, it's gonna be stopped all the way to DC. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm not going to try to drive around it. I'm not doing that today. I filled up the car. The car's got about a 400-mile range with a full tank of gas. This old Honda, one of the best cars Honda ever made. It's got the 4-cylinder in it. And it'll get 34 miles to the gallon of gas if you drive it like this. You know, if you drive it easy. Right now, the engine's loping. I'm doing 68 miles an hour. The engine's loping at 2,100 RPM. And this engine's actually designed so, I really think they took it out there and they ran the engine up to about 120 mile an hour and just kept it there for, you know, until it broke. When Honda was developing this engine, they said, okay, well, we're going to overmake this, you know, we're going to make this stronger than it needs to be. So I'm not going to say a whole lot about it because every time you say something, the gremlins jump up. I don't want no gremlins. Oh man, I'm so tempted to go by down here at Lorton. There's a donut shop. It's got the best eclair donuts you'll ever eat. Oh my god. Oh, it's called Texas Donuts. Run by a wonderful family. Oh my god. Those donuts are the best donuts I've ever ate anywhere, period. I'm just saying. They are. Better than Freddy's Donuts, better than Paul's Bakery. You know, because here's the thing. I mean, bakeries, the big problem with bakeries is they try to over fancy their donuts. You know, now Paul's Bakery, their eclair donuts are really tasty. I'm not gonna lie. And but Freddy's Donuts, they put they kind of go overboard on the icing on top. It's literally like a half-inch thick layer of chocolate icing on top. It's like not like an eclair donut. It's like a eclair slice of cake. You know, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but wow, what a dose! You're only going to eat one of those, one. You know, the ones at Texas Donuts, they're so good, so sweet, so fresh, so soft and delicious. I can eat 6 of those. I'd be so sick I couldn't see straight. But they're really delicious. They're really good. So, anyway. We're heading into traffic now. I think I'm going to save battery power. And when we get back over on the other side of... we're getting into... going into DC. I think I'll turn you back on. Because it's looking like we're getting into heavy traffic here. I'm so afraid this is going to happen. But this is right before I turn this off, I'll let you see Rosie's off to the right side here. We'll see it for ourselves, what it looks like. Because it's probably the only casino in America that was built on top of a dump. It's sitting on top of a mountain of trash. So I'm just really interested to see how this building is going to survive sinking into the ground about 15 feet in the next 20 years. I really think they're going to get to the point where they're going to have to probably abandon the building, because all that trash that they put up there is going to settle, and that building's going to sink. By that time, they will have made probably $1 billion out of this one casino, you know? Because, you know, they make millions of dollars a day. So, I don't know if we'll see it or not. I'm not going to turn the camera. I'm happy with how the camera's aimed. You're not going to see it. No, there's a building right there. Okay. It's on the right-hand side here, but you can't see it for the trees. So, I'm not going to turn the thing. The trees are in full leafiness. But it's over here on the right-hand side. I don't know if you can see it on the corner. No, you can't see it. But, well, they've done a little bit to gussy it up on the outside. But it don't look like much. I kind of looked at it kind of like, oh, wow, it looks like an apartment building. They come to the apartment building and gamble. Oh, but now we're coming up on the weigh scales. I guess when we get past the weigh scales, I'll turn off the camera. I want to watch out here. I got people coming out on me. Traffic is heavy. This is only, 9:30? 9:21 in the morning. Y'all just stay going like you're going, and just give everybody space. Okay, please. I'm always nervous coming up here because all it takes is one person make a mistake. 3-4 cars, and then you got a blocked road, and then we've had accidents up here. It took 12 hours to clear the road out. You know, that is not what you want to do. You do not want to sit on this road for 12 hours. That's the weigh scales there. God bless every trucker, man, because without you, and there are a lot of women truckers too, but without you, we wouldn't have an America. Everything we touch comes on a truck. Everything we have comes on a truck. So, and they've got to be run by diesel. There's no hallucination where battery-powered 18-wheelers are going to take over America, because it's just not going to happen. And the problem is the technology. Now, if you wanted to run an electric 18-wheeler, if there was some way to put a small nuclear battery in it that ran off a very small amount of isotope, and not something like a nuclear bomb. I don't want to see 18-wheelers running around with nuclear bombs in them, but, you know, something that would generate electricity to run the engine, to run the electrical engine, then that would make more sense. Something that was lightweight, but we don't have a battery technology. Here comes this guy again. This guy, he slows down and he speeds up. He slows down and he speeds up. I like stay out of those guys' way, because he is semi-pro. Because a professional trucker who here comes a Virginia State police officer right there. That is a Virginia State police officer, I do believe, and he is He looks like he's driving a trucker check-in truck, which is what they do is they pull over 18-wheelers, they check their brakes and everything. There's the guy getting a good old ticket. He just bought his car. He was out there running it up too fast. Alright, well, this is Steel City Woodbridge, and we're about to stop. So I'm going to turn the camera off, and we're going to save some power. We're probably going to take us an hour to go probably 5 miles here, unfortunately. I hope not. But we'll see. Let's see if this 18-wheeler doesn't cut in front of me. Please don't cut in front of me. But, yeah, I'll turn it off and we'll get out the other side of this, and we'll turn you back on and see you then, okay, folks? Tally-ho. Well, this is Woodbridge, Occoquan. Just went under the Woodbridge sign. This is where I grew up. This is where I spent my formative years, was in this area right here, and we're passing through it. Woo! Southbound traffic is stopped, man. Woo! That looks nasty. I'm gonna get over here in the right lane. Wow! Wow! Look at that. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm not in that. Ooh. We're passing over the Occoquan River right here. And I actually jumped off of not this bridge, but the Route 1 bridge, which is off to the right-hand side here. You can't see it. But it's about, I'd say it's about 100 feet tall. I jumped off of it about 3 times. I mean, I can tell you how far it was by the number, the thousands numbers when I jumped. I jumped on 1,001, 1,002 splash. That's how far the drop was. 1,001, 1,002 splash. Now, I was never going for some kind of, I wasn't going for a card number. I just wanted to feel the sensation of falling and splashing into the water, and hopefully not hitting anything in the water, you know. And I got that about 3 times. About the 3rd time when I'm at the water, I said, okay, I'm done. That's enough. Because I realized every time I jumped in there, I was like, all it has to be is a log floating underneath the water. And I hit that and I'm done, Broken legs, under the water, blah, 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 blah. Ain't nobody going to jump in the water to save me, But it was fun. It was crazy. Now we're heading into Lorton here. If I was so inclined, I'd come off here at this Lorton exit, and I'd go to a Texas donut shop and get me some of the best donuts you'll ever eat. But even though I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere, right now this traffic, and I want to thank the good Lord for it, is moving. And the one thing about the traffic in this area is you never take for granted when the traffic's moving. I mean, literally, I have pulled off the road
and gone and got a coffee and drove right back on the road into a blocked traffic. Because by the time I got back on the road, there was an accident and the traffic stopped. And if I had just stayed on the road, I'd have been on the other side of that when it happened. I wouldn't have got blocked up. So on the days when the good Lord is telling us to just keep moving, we're just going to keep moving. So, but this is Lord in here. This is regular old traffic, and that's cool. I don't mind that. I will get over that. Get around this truck here. Maybe we can get accelerated a little bit here. Oh, I don't miss this traffic. I do not miss this traffic. Oh, my Lord. Every day when I go to Richmond, when I get off of Fredericksburg and I go south instead of going north, it is truly a blessing in my life. And I want to thank the people who got me that job down there in Richmond, and the guy that I work for, he's awesome. And the company I work for is pretty awesome. So, win-win-win. I like it. Oh, getting back into traffic again. I'm probably going to just turn you off again. Yeah, it's going to be like this until we get past Springfield. So, all these people are racing down that left lane. The left lane is like a trap. That's why I don't run it anymore. That's how I wrecked that's how I totaled my last car, which was my 5-speed Toyota Camry. That pissed me off something fierce. But that was my mistake. That was my mistake. I got into a lane, the road was wet, and the guy almost hit me, and it freaked me out so bad. I went to get over from the left lane to the middle lane, and I pushed my foot in on the clutch, and I must have been drifting forward, and I saw a hole come up, and the guy in front of me had stopped. And I pulled the clutch out to get in the left lane, and I hit him right in the right side back of his car. And I did enough damage to that Toyota that it wasn't worth much anyway, but I totaled it. Anyway, good old bad old memories. So yeah, this is the kind of thing we have to watch out for here. No turn signal, just yank. And that's going to go on and on and on all the way up. It says 15 miles, 15 minutes to the DC line. Straight up. That's a good sign. This is kind of a cluster mess here. This is Belvoir, Newington up here, and we're heading into Springfield. And Springfield is called a mixing bowl for a reason. It's been, for about 50 years, it's been one of the worst intersections in Virginia. They did a massive reconfigure. VDOT did. It must have been $1 billion reconfigure where they put all kinds of different overpasses and bridges and stuff, and they changed it, and they did make it better. You got to give credit where credit's due. It's an incredibly complex thing keeping cars moving, and they did a pretty good job, but it still gets jacked. It's just because there's just so many cars, and anyway, I think the very worst day we ever had up here was we had a 18-wheeler loaded with high explosive that tipped over on its side, and they stopped traffic in like about a 5-mile circle around Springfield because they didn't know how they were going to get that damn thing up without, potentially setting off the explosive that was inside of it. So they had to go real slow, real methodical. I think it took them 8 hours just to get that truck moved, and that was an all-day thing. But that's what we deal with every day here. That's why you don't want to see people cutting off 18-wheelers. That happens every day. Every day 18-wheelers get cut off. But anyway, I feel like kind of just leaving this thing running. because you're going to see this cluster mess we got going on here. But you know what? I think I'm going to pass on doing that to you. I think what we'll do is we'll turn it off again and we'll turn it back on when we get on the other side of Springfield. I probably won't turn it back on until I get close to DC, because I do want you to see driving across the 14th Street Bridge into DC and all the way down 14th Street to Rhode Island Avenue. Because that's where I'm going. I'm going to Rhode Island Avenue, which is Route 1. I'm going to take a right. I'm going to go up Rhode Island Avenue a couple miles. I'm going to take a left, and then that's where my buddy lives. Just on the other side. I didn't realize he lived just on the other side of Maryland. I've known this guy for 15 years, never really, and I went to his house before using Waze. But Waze took me some wild-ass way. I mean, I went down through this neighborhood that had, I shit you not, 5 speeding cameras in about a 1.5 mile stretch. I was going, what in the hell is going on with the speeding cameras, man? And the guy behind me, they had speed bumps. And the guy, I was going in between the speed bumps, and the guy behind me tried to catch up to me from speed bump to speed bump, and he got a ticket because I saw the light flash on the camera. I said, oh man, you got a ticket, dude. I didn't get one because I was going 20 mile an hour through the 25 mile an hour zone, and I made sure I was going 500 because I know them cameras, they don't give up, dude. You will not win against those cameras. It is just not going to happen, bro. Oh, here we go. There we go. We got a nice that's a nice Mercedes. That is a nice Mercedes. Woof. It's got a matte black finish on it. That's a, I would guess that's a turbo V8. I don't see that it says 12 on it. It could be the Mercedes 12. But, anyway. So we're just chugging. We're just trying to get there. Traffic's starting to open up behind me. That's great. We're going to get over one lane. One lane. This says Washington, Tyson's Corner. Keep right. Yeah. Well, I'm not the lane to go towards the Woodrow Wilson Bridge is on the left-hand side here, and we're just going straight through. I don't particularly care to be in this lane. I might get back in the right lane. I think I will get back in the right lane. Yeah, let me get back in the right lane. I'm just in a mellow cruising mode today. I don't like to be in the midst of all this crazy, you know. You give some space in front, space in back, and then the Looney Tunes, they come around you. And they go on their way. The good thing is they go on their way. Another car with a broken turn signal. But yeah, so here we go. We're going straight on up. Hey, there's Mr. Policeman. He's sitting there on the median, waiting for Looney Tunes. So we're just going straight up. And this is kind of weird because when you get through here, you do not want to, if you're going straight to DC, you do not want to be in this lane I'm in right now. You want to be one lane over, and that's what we're going to do. We'll get one lane over. And then this thing merges. It can either merge off to the right or go straight ahead. You want to go straight ahead here. That can be confusing because a lot of lanes merge in a lot of different ways, and if you've never been up here, you wouldn't know, you know. The first time I came through here after they changes, I went the wrong damn way. I was like, oh, son of a blank. But, you know, now I've been up here a couple of times. I've watched the signs, take my time, and we chill. I gotta break open a little window here. I get some air. It's gonna be a little bit toasty today. Yeah, you get over, dude. I don't need you in front of me. Let's get away from him. I already got a broken windshield. I got a genuinely broken windshield now. Right after I got my car inspected. Got my car inspected, and I had a crack in my window that hadn't expanded. And literally the week after I got my car inspected, the damn crack went halfway across the windshield. I'm like, oh, great. But I'm kind of hoping it's not down in the driver's sight line, you know. So I will have to have it changed before my next inspection, but my next inspection's 11 months away, so hopefully, you know, we'll be good for 11 months. And that way, if I get a couple of rock cracks in this one, I ain't gonna worry about it because it's gonna get replaced next year in August of next year. So all in all, that wasn't bad, folks. I got to tell you, coming through Springfield, that was not bad. So this is Edsel Road here. If you ever want to get a great grits, bacon, egg, and cheese meal, you get off of this 648 East Edsel Road's exit. You bear back to the right. You turn back to the right. You go down to this, you just keep going down the road, and then you go into, there's a industrial park. As soon as you make the right turn in the industrial park, on the left-hand side, there's a little diner. And that little diner sells one of the best breakfasts you've ever eaten. It's just simple, basic, beautiful. 2 pieces of toast butter, 3 pieces of bacon, a big serving of grits, 2 delicious eggs. Oh my God, it's so good. It is so good. Crash mile marker 7 right lane block. Okay. So up here, that big building you see up there on the left-hand side at the top of this hill here is the U.S. Army Corps Engineers building. And always kind of creeped me out a little bit. They put it out here on the side of 95 because that's a military building, you know? I mean, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You got Fort Belvoir right down the street. You could have built it in Fort Belvoir and had it secured, you know? But anyway, I don't know. You see, they've got a thing on it. Is that the one I'm thinking of? No, that's not the one. Oh my God. There's a building up here that's on the left-hand side. That is the U.S. Army Corps Engineers building. I don't know when this thing's going to shut off, folks, so when it does shut off, I don't have an extra battery for it, and I don't have it plugged in, so it's just going to shut off, and we're going to be out of battery power. But this is Seminary Road right here. Pretty open here. This is, I'm kind of digging this. There it is. Here's that damn building. I don't think it's the tall building that's, you know, sort of facing us. I think it's the building, that lower building with the parking and stuff in front of it. I just remember they were building that thing, and I remember the lights when you drive past the building, and I'd be coming out here so late at night, and the lights would be on, and the place was empty. But I remember them saying, yeah, that whole building might be the Corps of Engineers building right there. As a matter of fact. Yeah, yep, that might be it. But it just cracked me up. They put it up right out here in the middle of the world, you know? I think that whole thing is a government building right there. Big, beautiful complex, you know, modern complex. All right, look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this off for a minute and save battery power, and we're going to turn you back on when we get ready to go across the 14th Street Bridge, okay? All right, well, just missed giving you a video of a minor accident that had 2 lanes blocked up. I'm not going to pay $225 for that. That's the Air Force Memorial right there. That's right next to that spire right there. That's right next to the Pentagon. That's where the jet supposedly flew through to hit the Pentagon. And they put that there as a memorial, but they also put that there as something to be in the flight line so that can never be repeated again. This is Washington, D.C. that you're looking at down here, and we're heading into it. And we're heading to 14th Street Bridge. And that sign you saw said 225 for the express lanes. It's it's a bridge thing here. It used to be free. It used to be free, man. God darn it. It's a little like half-mile cut through that takes you off the main road. You turn right here. You go left here in that lane. And you get across the bridge and you're good to go. But they're going to charge me $225 for that. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to go straight down 95 into Washington, D.C. We're going down 14th Street. This actually goes on the 14th Street Bridge here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is what I did. This is what I did to myself. I should have paid the $225. Oh, man. God darn it. Dag nabbit. See, I wouldn't have been stopped here. But this should go, I'm going to say, hopefully this is going to go pretty quick. Daggone it. I'm going to close you up again until we get into DC proper.